This is the presentation of Group 2. Our topic is the business culture between the Silicon Valley and Hong Kong companies. Silicon Valley is the home of the world high-tech companies like Google, Yahoo, IBM, and Oracle. It has 225,300 jobs in 2006 and it also received 41% of the US venture capital, which helped 3,442 startup companies with $11.8 billion from 430 companies. Talk about a big history of the Silicon Valley. In 1939, two Harvard alumni, David Packard and William Hewen, they established the HP company. And the garage, they formed a company known as the birthplace of the Silicon Valley, and it's become a private museum. In 1970, a Harvard professor, Winton Cerf, he also known as the father of Internet, is because he developed the TCP/IP protocol, which this protocol is using in the network. And now we are in the age of Internet. I think Google is the representation of our age. Google is formed in 1998 by two Harvard PhD students, Larry Page and Sergey Brin. And management norm in Silicon Valley quite different from Hong Kong. They usually manage by objective. The staff are involving in goal setting. It's not their personal goal setting, it's the entire company goal setting. And they all usually have flat hierarchy, do not have much middle management. The senior management will work closely with the working level staff, and they also encourage their own research because they think the staff can bring back some good idea and can have a form development to develop a new product for the company. People in Silicon Valley are willing to accept challenge, and they are not afraid of failure because they don't treat failure as a bad mark. They learn from their failure. Although they have failure in their own business, but they still got their high technology which can be used in the next company. And they are also highly educated. Over 41% have bachelor degree or professional degree. Only 12% of adults do not have their high school graduate. And they are encouraged to become an entrepreneur. They have many organizations to help them start their own business, and they can have funding to develop their own business.
Thanks, Chris. I will then talk about the companies we visited in Silicon Valley. We have visited NetApp Corporation, which is one of the Fortune 500 company in US, and it has over 12,000 employees around the world. Of course, NetApp is proud of its cloud data storage solution, and also, it is one of the best places to work for. It has obtained the third in the Great Place to Work Institute's list in 2014 and has already been 13 years on Fortune 100 Best Company to Work For list. And I will tell you why. Key is to trust your staff and allow them to make a decision and be creative. NetApp has a slogan: no one can do all the things and they work as a team. Moreover, NetApp provides full training to its staff so that they can provide better service to the customers. And even more, staff can do telecommuting and work at home and they get paid time off for volunteering. Lots of staff benefits are really attractive. The next I will talk about is Cisco. It ranked as 55 in Fortune 500 company in 2015. It is strong in network industry and it is founded in 1984 and has a long history. Through 2008, Cisco started to use Agile, and in 2009, Cisco announced that they changed from waterfall model to agile model as major software development methodology. After that, they use iterations for development and ask customers to involve more in the projects. It makes the customers more clear about what the team will deliver at the early stage and can make possible changes for actually what they want. And of course, it makes the customer happier when the outcome meets their expectation. Other than the modern working culture, Cisco is also one of the best companies to work for in 2015. Cisco allows the parent to bring their kids back to office to look after. Creative is very important in IT industry and Cisco encourages it. Also, there are fitness center and medical care facility inside the company. And next is IBM. We have visited the IBM Research Album, which was established in 1956. The amount of patents they got is crazy. We can see that they received more than one new US patent for every hour of every workday in 2014, and total number is 7,534. The areas they focused on included nanomedicine, services science, atomic scale storage, food safety, and medical image analytics. IBM is not doing it alone. It collaborates with many universities to research and apply the new technology to real world. Dr. Stephen K. Kwan is one of the example, who is the professor in San Jose State University, and by this relation, IBM and universities can both benefit from the revenue and also create new jobs for the society. For the working environment, IBM Research Center is located inside a country park which has an ice-mounted view and very relaxing environment. For the working environment, IBM Research Center is located inside a country park which has an ice-mounted view and very relaxing environment. The working hours are fixed and no overtime. Also, IBM encourages its staff to have T-shaped professional development, which means they should be able to work with experts across other disciplines and also develop deep knowledge in his or own expertise area. So, they can work as a collaboration team, which is also the spirit of their university policy.
Finally, I would like to introduce some background and culture about Google. Google Inc. is a big company, but it maintains open culture. The Googleplex is the corporate headquarters of Google Inc. The company has grown to more than 40,000 employees in the world. The employee also called Google. Google steps to maintain small company working style and open culture. Despite Google is one of the biggest listed company. The characteristic of Google are most of the Google have talent and have mission. They share common goal and vision for the company. The characteristic of the young people is doing cool stuff for change the world. They do the thing by self-motivate. About the communication style, the Google company didn't have human resources department for arrange communication. The Googler can directly ask questions to co-founder level page or brand over email or even during the lunch time if they have any question about the company issue or other stuff. More than 40,000 Googler, I think, is a big challenger. Mr. Julie Zhu, as the director of global customer service of Google, he stated that he did not care about where his team members are working from. He only looked at the outcome of the project. And each Googler believes that 10 things they think to be true. First one, focus on the user and all else will follow. The second one is best to do one thing really well. The third one is fast is better than slow. The fourth one is democracy on the web works. And fifth, you do not need to be at your desk to need an answer. The sixth, you can make money without doing evil. The seventh, there always more information out there. And the eighth, you need for information cross all border. And the ninth, you can be serious without a shoe. The last one, great is just not good enough. I think this is their management and working culture based on our observation. The Googler are young and willing to do something to change the world and also share common goal and vision for the company. Let me introduce some background of Prediction.io. It is an open project and about machine learning server for developer and data, allowing developer to build and deploy predictive application in fraction of the time. It introduced Dash Architect Engine, which is a kind of MVC for machine learning. Prediction.io it maintains small company working style and open culture, and also the government encourage innovative business to start up, such as they get the resources from StarX community, and also in Hong Kong have similar program like Hong Kong Start Lab is also to do the same thing. And pedestrian working style, it maintain open culture, such as they hold meeting in the open kitchen, and the staff were dressing code are smart and casual.
Hi, I'm Eddie. I will talk about the difference between IT companies in Hong Kong and Silicon Valley, and a possible suggestion to Hong Kong IT companies. First of all, after visiting Silicon Valley, we found that the companies there are very different from companies here in many ways. First of all, the culture and mindset of the people in the States, they like to share experience and they would like to help each other and pay back to the society. And, however, in Hong Kong, the culture is a little bit different. They are quite self-oriented and they are not willing to share their experience to others, or maybe they are timid to share. And concerning the success factor, the Hong Kong people usually think that you are successful if you earn a lot of money, but in Silicon Valley, the factor determining a people successful or not is about how much experience and how many failures you have encountered, so that you have a lot of experience in that field of work. And the attitude towards career in Hong Kong, that is usually a salary first. That is, the people choose their job according to salary, and in Silicon Valley, however, they choose their career according to their interests. Concerning the management style in the IT companies, in Hong Kong, the approach is top-down. That is, the manager or line manager will assign tasks to their subsidiaries, and the subsidiaries do their tasks and hand it back to the line manager. However, in Silicon Valley, the management style is by objective. That is, the whole team will aim at that target and try to deliver the project in their own ways. The line manager usually won't interfere the way the project is delivered. Also, the office structure is kind of open and flat structure. Concerning the working style, Hong Kong is infamous by its long working hours, and most of the employees doesn't like their job, but they have to OT unwillingly. In Silicon Valley, however, the working style is collaborative and people are passionate about their job. And finally, about the startup cost in terms of the rent, Hong Kong is kind of pricey to rent space. In Silicon Valley, however, there are plenty of space so that people can start their own business in their very own garage. Finally, we have come up with a few suggestions to Hong Kong IT companies. First of all, we think that the employers should value IT talents by giving them a good pay and good package. Secondly, we think that the employers should give flexibility to staff, for example, giving them flexible working hours and flexible working location, just like Google. Finally, we think that Hong Kong employees should keep training themselves to be competitive in the changing world.